Hey, welcome best friend. Welcome back to Barchi ASMR. Welcome. Okay, today's video is going to be a very special video. Yes, I'm going to be answering all of the questions that you guys left for me in my last video. Yeah, when I made that video and told you guys to ask me questions, honestly I was not expecting the amount of questions I got so many questions, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer all of the questions in just one video. I'm going to try, but if the video is longer than an hour, I would have to split it into two. Yeah. so so thank you to everyone who asked me questions. Like I don't know, I'm just really happy that you guys asked me questions, and most of the questions are not even surface level questions. A lot of the questions like were really deep, and I'm going to try my best to answer the questions as honestly as I can. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. So I have my phone here, and at first, the plan was I was going to write the questions in a book to answer, but the questions were so much, a lot of questions, and I think writing the questions down would be a waste of time because I'll just waste time writing the questions. So I'm going to answer them directly from the comment section. So yes, I'm going to answer the questions directly from the comment section of my last video. I hope this is interesting. I hope my answers are interesting because honestly, I don't know. Yeah, so let's go. Yeah, so this is my phone, the phone that I use. Um, Let me scroll down and see. Okay. Okay, the first question that I got, or the first set of questions, because a lot of people asked me multiple questions. So, like, one person had like 5 questions, some even had up to 10 questions, but it's not too much. I am here to answer them. So, the first question is from, I think, Caitlin. Yes, this is the name I'm saying here. Um, you know what? Before I start answering the question, let me just give like a brief intro. Yes, so my name is Angela Mpari. Angela, but you can call me Angela or you can call me Barchi, the name of my channel. I don't mind. Angela or Barchi is just fine. I am from Nigeria, and Nigeria is in Africa, so I am a proud African girl. I'm a proud African girl. I am the second of 3 children, and I am the first daughter. So I have an elder brother, and I also have a younger sister. And you know, being the first daughter in an African home, in a Nigerian home, it is quite an experience. It is quite an experience, but I'm not going to go into that today. Yeah. And I'm single. Some people asked about my relationship. I'm not going to deeply go into why I am single and all of that because I had questions about my relationship status. So I'm going to answer that when I get to that question. So please do stick around. So the first question from Caitlin is, what is your favorite makeup item? This is kind of hard for me to choose. I think I have 2 makeup items that I cannot do. Okay, I can't do without makeup, honestly, because I'm a pretty girl even without the makeup. But like 2 makeup items that I think completes my makeup, and that is what I use most of the time, is my lip gloss. As you can see, I love applying lip gloss. I love it when my lips are like shiny and like, yeah. I don't own any lipstick. I own just lip gloss. I really love lip gloss because for me, I feel like makeup is meant to enhance your natural look, right? So I don't try to do too much when it comes to my makeup. So I love me some lip gloss, and then I love my brow pencil. I like to draw my brows. You may not notice, but I am hairless when it comes to my brows. I don't have any hair on my brows. I love to draw my brows, and those are the two makeup items that I honestly cannot do without. So, what is my dream job? I think for now, I want to get into digital marketing or marketing in general. I find it pretty interesting, just the art of understanding human psychology and how they interact with products, how they interact with the advertisement that they see. It's really interesting, and I like to do things that interest me. So, my dream job in the future would be for me to go into marketing, but specifically digital marketing. I don't know the roles I want to occupy yet, but I'm still working towards it, and let's see what the future holds. The next question is, what is my favorite music artist? Honestly, I listen to mostly Nigerian artists. Yes, I listen to mostly Nigerian artists. Like that is what I grew up listening to. And I also grew up listening to a lot of Bob Marley. Like my parents, they love listening to Bob Marley. Not just Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, the reggae songs and all. So yeah, but mostly I grew up listening to Nigerian artists, and even now I listen to Nigerian artists most. I only know like foreign music because of TikTok and social media, but aside that, so I don't know. Do I have a favorite music artist? It's so hard to choose. I'm just this kind of person that I like, vibing to good music. I am not like a fan. There are people who are like super fans of Beyonce or super fans of Taylor Swift or super fans of Nicki Minaj. I'm not a fan. I just, if I find the music that I like and I enjoy, I listen to it, and like I don't connect with music artists. Like I don't know. I just listen and enjoy all kinds of music. And then the next set of questions I'm about to answer is from Angel Sky. Yeah, I think that's the name. Um, she complimented my video. She said, "This is such a good ASMR video." Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Angel. And then she went ahead to ask me questions. She said, "Are you financially stable and happy?" Okay, she said, "Are you financially stable and happy about your life so far?" Wow, this is really deep. But I answer the question. Am I financially stable? Let me be honest with you guys. I know that a lot of people do not like talking about money, especially black people. There's just this secrecy that people have about talking about their money. It's like, I don't know. But let me be honest with you. I am not financially stable. And for me, when it comes to financial stability, I see it as, being able to care for yourself for maybe like 3 months or 6 months if you stop being paid or if you lose your job. For example, maybe you lose your job or something just happens to your source of income. If you're able to still care for yourself for maybe like 3 months, that is what I consider as financial stability. And I am not financially stable. I know it's not funny, but like if I don't laugh, what should I do? Should I cry? I am not financially stable. I'm just at the point where I'm at a point in my life where what I am doing right now, I'm able to provide my basic needs. I'm still in my father's house. It's not because I want to. It's because I cannot afford to live by myself. I cannot afford to move out. So I am not financially stable. The money I earn goes into like my basic needs. I don't have money for fun activities. Like I can't even go out and hang out and have drinks. Like if I have to do that, I have to plan. like as my money in order for me to just go out and have fun, which I don't do because I don't even have the money. So I am not financially stable, and I'm not worried about it, honestly. So if you want to help me, I have a link where you can give tips for this video. Like it's not something that I expect from you, and it's the reason why I don't even talk about it in my video. I just put it in the comment section, and like I don't expect you to give me anything because I know that people are also out there trying to fend for themselves, and the economy in almost every country is not so good. If you feel like you want to assist me and help me, yeah, I have a link in the comment section. So I'm not financially stable, and I don't even see myself getting financially stable this year. But if some miracle happens, maybe next year will be my year. But for me, the reason why I don't worry about it is because I know I am talented. I know I am smart. I know, like, I'm doing all of the right things, right? I'm doing everything right, and I know that it is going to happen someday, but it's not happening now, and that is okay. So the second part of the question is, am I happy about my life so far? And honestly, I am. I am really, really, really happy about where I'm at in my life right now. And it's not because of the job I have, it's not because of the things that I own or the things that I have accomplished. The reason why I am happy about my life is that every decision that I have made that has led me to this point, every decision when it comes to school, every decision when it comes to family, every decision when it comes to my career, every decision when it comes to my relationship with people, every decision that I have ever made in my life, I have made those decisions because of myself. Yes, whenever I'm thinking of making a decision, I think of how I want my life to be, and not because I want to get praises from people, and not because I want to fulfill other people's dream. I have made every decision concerning my life for me, and I am so happy with where I'm at with my life. When I was done with secondary school, what you would call high school in America, and I wanted to choose what I was going to study in college, I made that decision for myself. I knew what I wanted to study, and I went for it. And even like every decision I have ever made in my life, I have made for myself. And that is why I have this sense of fulfillment, because I have lived my life for myself. And I am grateful for that, because the guiding principle that I've always had is, if I die today, will I be happy with the decision I have made? So anytime I get to that crossroad in life where I need to make a decision, I ask myself, if I die today, will I be happy that I made this decision? And so I always think of my own happiness. It may sound selfish, but I always think of my own happiness, and I make decisions that I know that if I die today, I will die a happy woman. Yes, so I'm happy with this. I'm happy with my life so far. I am not rich. I am not I am not rich. I am not a supermodel. I am still in my parents' house, but I am happy with the decisions I have made so far, and I am happy with my life. Because at the end of the day, material things do not give you that sense of fulfillment and happiness that you're looking for. How do you cope with sadness and depression? This is this is very deep and very personal. So I think for me, when it comes to like sadness and depression, are really two different things, right? Because for me, I feel like sadness is short. It's like maybe you're sad for a day or 2 days, you get me? That's what I consider sadness. And when it comes to being sad, I feel like there's always a reason why I feel sad for that moment. So I'm able to differentiate between being sad and being depressed. Of course, I have not been diagnosed, so I'm not saying that I have clinical depression, but like I have had a friend tell me that I should really go check myself out, because like it's deep. But when it comes to like sadness, for me, it's knowing the reason why I am sad. And if you're being honest with yourself, you can actually point out the reason why you are sad, right? So if you know the reason why you are sad and it's within your power for you to change that situation, then do it, right? So that's the number one thing. If you find out the reason why you're sad and if it is within your power to change that situation, do it. But if it's not within your power, something I like to do is listen to music. Music uplifts my soul. Like, I might be feeling down, but listening to music, just there's just something about music that speaks to your soul and that brightens up your day, right? And let me even show you my headphone. Look at my headphone. Yes, I own this headphone because of music. That's the only thing I listen to on this headphone, music. So music has a way of, lifting up your soul. So find music. So listen to music. And another thing that I do when I'm sad is I just sleep. I sleep away the emotions. I just sleep it away. And I also just do the things that make you happy. Yeah, that's what I do with sadness. But when it comes to depression, because for me, I feel like depression is like being sad for a very long period of time. And even though you listen to music, it does not help. Like, if so I would say that I have experienced, sadness for a very long time. Like last year, 2022 was a very bad year. I don't want to say it was a bad year, but like I was down. I was really down. I was very down, and last year was a transition year for me because my family and I were moving from the state where I was born and where I grew up. And last year was the year where I was like completely done with school, with everything I had doing, and it was the time for me to make a decision on what I wanted to do with my life. And I knew what I wanted to do with my life. But when people around you do not understand the direction you want to go to, they do not give you that support that you need, right? So I was made to feel like the decisions that I was taking for myself and for my life did not make sense. I was made to feel like I was a fool for deciding, for deciding the paths that I wanted for myself. And although I knew and I was sure of what I wanted to do, but in an African home, in a Nigerian home, the only time that people around you begin to acknowledge that you're doing something good is when you start bringing money. When you start taking care of your immediate family, when you start taking care of people around you, that is the only time that they acknowledge that you're truly doing something. And like I answered earlier, I am not financially stable. So last year I was just at a crossroad and there was just this pressure on me to, do something to bring money, da 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 da. And I was down. There were times that I would wake up and I would feel like just staying in bed and not do anything. Like, I did not have this enthusiasm for life. I did not have this spark for life. It was really bad, like for months. It was really bad. But then I spoke to a friend and then she told me, she said, you do not wait for everything to be perfect before you start making a move, before you start taking chances on yourself, right? That was what she said to me. And it made so much sense. She also went ahead to say that if you get up and you take that chance, if you get up and you do that work, that is the only way that you can move from your present situation. That is the only way you can move from your present situation. And it just sparked a light in me because like I was giving up. I was giving up on my dreams. I was giving up on everything I wanted to do for myself because money was not coming from all of the work I was putting in, and I did not mind. I personally did not mind because I knew what I was doing. But like every other voice from people, every other voice was just this: you're making the wrong decision. You're making the wrong decision. There was just this pressure, and people belittling the effort I was putting in. So I listened to my friend, and everything turned out fine. So when it comes to feeling depressed, I would say feel the emotions. I'm one of the people that believe in feeling your emotions, because your emotions cannot disappear just like that. They are in your body. Your emotions are in your body, right? So allow yourself to feel it. So your emotion is in your body, and it's like a weight on you. So allow yourself to feel it, but also do not allow yourself to drown in your sadness. Do not allow yourself to drown in the dark. Always tell yourself that if you do not get up, if you do not make that move, you will not be able to bring yourself out of the present situation. So last year, I allowed myself to just feel the emotions. I felt it. Like, it got to a point that I was struggling to care for my hair. I was just struggling to do basic things, it was bad because I could not talk to people about it. And even when I would like speak about what I was going through, I would just, laugh it off and just smile and like just present this, because I'm always smiling regardless of whatever situation I'm in. I'm always smiling. So people did not understand the intensity of what was going on with me, but everything will work out. Seek help if you need to, because a lot of people do not have the strength to bring themselves out of their depressive state. They don't have that strength, so seek help if you need to. Like for me, I spoke to a friend, and although I did not deeply explain what was going on, but she understood because she had been at the position I was, and just hearing from someone who understood what I was going through. And one thing I always keep at the back of my mind when it comes to dealing with sadness or being, in a very dark place is acknowledging that this moment is only going to last for a while. After this season, there's going to be a season of happiness for me. And it always works out. Everything always works out. Don't give up, okay? I hope that I was able to answer that question well. The next question is, how many siblings do you have? I have talked about that earlier. I have two siblings, a brother and a sister. Then the next question is, do you have any insecurity about your body or your face? Guys, I have been through a lot. I have been through a lot, guys. So let me just tell you my story about dealing with insecurity about my body. I grew up a very confident child. I was very confident, like I was a very confident child. My neighbor from where I grew up in used to call me Agbani. So if you don't know what Agbani is, Agbani is the name of the Nigerian lady that won Miss World, I think in 2001. Yeah, I think maybe 2001 or 2002. I'm not sure about the year. I grew up a very confident child, but then I went into secondary school, which is called high school, I think. Yeah, I went into secondary school, and puberty hit, and every other girl was growing. Their body was becoming womanly, and I did not have any of those features. I know it may sound funny. I did not have any of those features. And the school I went to, everyone cut their hair. Like everyone, boys, girls, everybody cut their hair, right? And I don't know, like between the ages of like 12 to 15, I was super insecure about my body. I don't know what was happening in that period. Like I just felt like I was not beautiful enough. Like I don't know, I just felt like I was different from people. it was just, I hated taking pictures then. I just felt like pictures would capture how ugly I am, and like I did not want to take pictures. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on. I did not like taking pictures. I did not like looking at my body. Like it was just, it was a very rough time. And then, like, one day I just had a light bulb moment. I was just like, why am I feeling insecure? Why do I feel like I'm not beautiful? Why? Why? I mean, I am here on earth and I did not bring myself here, right? I did not create myself. I did not make my arms. I did not make my body. So, if there is anything wrong with my body, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. And so, like, from the ages of like 16, 17, I was just like, yeah, I'm that girl. Mm-hmm. I'm that girl. And one thing I realized was that when I started saying that, I did not believe it at first, but I kept at it. I was like, I'm beautiful. I'm that girl. Like, yeah, no, nobody is like me. And then after a while, I started believing it. After I started believing it, I started moving like I was the most beautiful person. It just made me realize that beauty is more of a mindset than it is your physical appearance. Because you would see girls that are very beautiful and then they would not feel like they are beautiful. And then you're like, you're stunning. Why don't you believe that you are stunning? Why don't you treat yourself like you're beautiful? Why do you allow yourself to, be disrespected by others? Why do you allow yourself to be called ugly? I don't allow people to call me ugly and I don't call myself ugly. And one thing I've also realized is that the way you treat yourself, the way you carry yourself, is how other people are going to treat you, right? So right now, I don't have any insecurities when it comes to my look. And something I also realized is that when I was growing up, when I was in my insecure phase, I thought that I was fat and like every other girl that I saw around me was skinny, and being skinny was the thing, right? When I was like 17, 18, I then looked back at my 15-year-old self. All I was thinking was fat and ugly, and I'm like, you were skinny. Like, what were you thinking? That girl is beautiful. Like, can't you see? And so right now, I'm a very big girl. I'm a big girl. I'm not skinny. You can't. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a big girl. But what I do is I feel my present self as beautiful. So right now, I don't have any insecurity about my body or my face. I think that I am beautiful. And remember what I said earlier about realizing that life is short and realizing that you have to make decisions for yourself now, knowing that you may not see tomorrow. This is not a sad thing, but just being aware that you may not be here tomorrow. So how do you treat yourself? How do you perceive yourself? How do you allow others to treat you and perceive you? So I'm just like, I may not be alive tomorrow, so I might as well live today as the most beautiful girl that I know. And I don't mind if other people do not agree with me, because they say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I know I am beautiful, and that is all that matters. The next question is, what do you think happens after death? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what happens after death because I've not seen anyone that died and came back. And I'm not going to come here and tell you this and that because I do not know. Right? I do not know. And for me, honestly, I don't want anything to happen after death. After death should be nothing. I don't want to reincarnate because I don't want. I've already lived this life, and I just do not want anything after death. So I don't know what happens after death, and I don't want anything to happen after death. uh, the next question is, how bad or good was your childhood? My childhood was not good, neither was it bad. It was just there. I had experiences that a child should not experience. And honestly, I don't remember a lot from my childhood. I have heard someone say that the reason why people would forget their childhood is due to traumatic experience, and it makes sense. It makes sense to me. So I do not remember a lot from my childhood. I think the thing I remember most is my feeling as a child, but not like the events surrounding my childhood. And one feeling I had growing up as a child, I felt like I was not going to live long. It's getting a little bit deep now. I constantly felt like I was not going to live long. And it's not just feeling like I was not going to live long. I also did not want to live long because as a child, I became aware of a lot of things in the world. Like as a child, I was already thinking of what is the essence of life. I was already having what's it called? What's the name? The child, I was like, what is the essence of being here? I was already having all of those thoughts, having like suicidal thoughts as a child. Yeah, it was, and you might say, but you say it was not bad. I don't think it was bad, but it was not good either. And it's complicated, and because I don't remember a lot from my childhood, I don't like to talk about it that much. Yeah. So the next question is, what was my hardest grade in school? Uh, I don't know. I was a pretty smart child. Like I did not find school difficult, although I did not put a lot of effort in school. But the thing I struggled with in school was I just did not want to be there. I did not want to like. I was just like, what is the point? What is the essence of school? Like I don't want to do this. So like that was what I struggled with the most, and not my. I did not struggle with my academic work. I just struggled with the desire to want to be in school and do all of those things. Because, like I said earlier, I thought I was going to die early, and I was always thinking of what is the essence of life? Why am I here? You know, I had all of those thoughts in school, and yeah. The next question is, have you eaten anything? Yes. I'm currently filming this, and the time is currently 5 p.m. So this morning I had bread and tea, and then this afternoon I had noodles. Yeah, so I've eaten. And the next question is, how much water do you drink in a day? I drink a lot of water. I drink approximately maybe like 5 liters of water in a day. And that is like on a very normal day when it is not sunny. But when it is sunny, I drink a lot of water. Do I work out? No. I don't work out, and I would love to be a workout girly. I would like to go to the gym and do all of that, wear cute gym outfits. But number one, I don't have the money to pay for the gym. Number two, like I said, I'm still in my parents' house and I do all of the chores at home. And then I also have to create time to do my work, and it's just a lot for me. So even if I want to, even if I have the time, I don't have the money to pay for an instructor. The next question is, what is my favorite food? My favorite food is obviously going to be a Nigerian delicacy. I don't know if you've heard of fufu. Yeah, fufu. I love fufu and egusi soup. That's like, if you give me that food, you've won my heart. The next question is, do you cook? And if you do, what's your favorite food to cook for family, friends, or yourself? I started cooking when I was 13 years old. So I do not enjoy cooking. Like I have negative experience surrounding cooking because as an African child, a Nigerian child, the first daughter in a Nigerian home, there's this pressure for you to be domesticated and be brought up so that you can take care of your family and all of that. So from the age of like 13, my parents started preparing me for marriage, and I still cook today. Like I cook like twice a day, at least twice a day for my family, and for me it's like a chore. For me to enjoy cooking, I feel like I have to cook what I want, when I want, and how I want. But in an African home, it's like you have to cook what your parents tell you. You have to cook it the way they want, and it just takes out the joy from cooking. But the thing I love cooking for myself is what we call jollof spaghetti. There's a way we do it in Nigeria. Jollof spaghetti with fish. Delicious. Delicious. So the next set of questions are from KJ. KJ said, "Where are you from?" I have answered this earlier. I'm from the northern part of Nigeria, where you have the Hausa people, the Fulani people. There are a whole lot of tribes in the northern part of Nigeria. The next question is, any kids or husband? No. I don't have a husband. I don't have any child. I am single. And honestly, I don't think I want to have kids. I don't think I want to have kids. And when I say this, people look at me funny. But I've been saying this since I was like a teenager. And I remember the first time I said it to my parents. And my mom was like, I should keep quiet and I should not say that. Because, for Africans and Nigerians especially, it's like you are here to multiply. You are here to fulfill the command of God, to multiply and fill the earth. But for me, like I said earlier about my childhood, I had like certain experiences as a child that just made me realize that, you know what, I don't want to bring another human here to experience this world, because I feel like the world is filled with evil. The world is full of evil. I don't want another person to experience this. And then I have also my experience as the first daughter in a Nigerian home, where like if you make any mistake, the next thing your parents will say is that, is this how you behave when you go to your husband's house? Imagine telling that to a 13-year-old child. Like, I grew up hearing all of those things and like feeling like my life will not be my own when I grow older. And the idea of being somebody's wife and being in a husband's house and being a mother began to sound like prison to me. I'm just going to be honest. That is the way it sounded to me as a child growing up. And also growing up and seeing how women experience marriage and childbirth, it does not look fun. I have seen a lot of women, like people get married around me, and then I see the kind of life that they live. In the African culture, it's like once a woman gets married, she loses herself. Her life becomes all about her children and her husband. It does not look like something I want for myself. And if giving birth to children is something that I don't think I want for myself, I don't think there's any Nigerian man out there for me. I know it's not funny, but it's like that's just what life, that's just what it is, and I have just come to accept it. Like, I'm not fighting it. So, but I believe that I might find somebody. Like, I love love. I might find somebody, but if it does not happen, then it's fine. I'm not going to push it. What do I do for work? So when I was done with school, I went ahead to learn how to sew. So I am a tailor or a seamstress or whatever I want to call it. And I make good clothes, but I tried to do that for a couple of months, and it was not easy on my body. My health was failing me. Imagine sitting and sewing clothes for hours. Like, I started falling sick frequently. It was a lot on my body. I started developing issues I never had. And I had to come to the point that, of course, I loved sewing clothes because it gave me a way to express myself. Because I'm a very creative person, right? So it gave me an avenue to express myself, but it also was not good for my health, and for that reason I had to stop my tailoring gig. Yeah. But what I currently do now is, I would say I'm a content creator. Yeah, this may come as a surprise. I'm a content creator. I started creating hair care content in 2020 during the pandemic. Yeah, that was when my life changed. I started creating hair care content in 2020, and then I've created content for a lot of Nigerian brand, and that is what I currently do as a content creator. I get paid to create videos for brands, and that is what is currently putting food on my table. But like I said earlier, I would also want to go into marketing, digital marketing to be specific. I just completed a course on digital marketing, and I'm also looking forward to doing more courses. And then probably next year, I would look for an internship in a marketing firm, and we'll see how it goes from there. But currently I'm a content creator and I create content for brands. It has been a fun experience. I like doing things that allow me to express my creativity. I like things that do not have any barrier when it comes to like the way I can express myself, and creating content allows me to express myself. But like I said earlier, I would also love to go into marketing, but digital marketing to be specific. There's no pressure on myself. I might wake up tomorrow and decide I don't want to do digital marketing again, but that's life is still going to be fun. I'm still going to be fulfilled. I'm still going to do the things that I want to do for myself. This is not all of the questions that I have, but I think this will be the end of part one. I am going to film the second part because I'm feeling a little bit tired. My throat is becoming a little bit dry. I need to go and rehydrate, and I'll come back to answer more of your questions in part two. So please, will I say give this video a thumbs up? I usually do not say that in my video, but give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up, and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I love you, best friend. Thank you so much to everybody that asked me questions and that made this fun. You guys asked the most amazing question, and I'm happy that you're able to know me more and know where I am coming from, and you just know how I you know, live my life and express myself. So thank you so much. I love you so much. Love you, 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 best friend. Love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.